Hello everybody, my name is Fancy Glasses Gamer, and I didn't start a video like this in a long time. But, in a nutshell, I'm going to do a tier list of the Hitman World of Assassination trilogy locations. I guess I have enough hours to say what I think. In the first Hitman I have 14 hours, the second I have 67, and in the third currently 38, but that is subject to change, of course. But now you might say to yourself, well, that's not a lot of hours. What the fuck are you doing, Fancy Glasses Gamer? Well, let me just tell you this. I'm not some sweaty tryhard when it comes to Hitman. I'm very casual about it. I don't care about fucking silent assassin suit only runs or anything like that. I'm just basically a casual player. If I'm going to shoot up the place and kill the target, that's how I'm going to do the mission. If I'm going to do it sneakily or with suit only or something like that, then I'll do it like that. I don't really care. I don't care about speedrunning. I know how it's supposed to go. I saw a lot of videos and a lot of tips and tricks about it, but I am not generally a tryhard in this game. I just want to have fun, and I'm not someone who will get angry at someone else that decides to play the game differently than I. And because of that, I don't care if you enjoy playing it suit only or something like that. You do you. If you are enjoying the game, what am I supposed to do about it? I really don't care. And I know it sounds mean, but seriously, you do you. Enjoy your game. Because it's a fucking good game. It's awesome. But now let's begin. I say facility. It's... I don't know how to put this, but this is a tutorial. There is literally, like... It's just there to teach you stuff. And honestly, in my opinion, it doesn't even really need to exist, because the next map, Paris, oh, a masterpiece. This could have been the tutorial level. It could have easily been like, just they drop you in here and they could put just like some short text. Hey, you can press Q to choke someone or something like that. I don't need long explanations of how to do things. Just pop up, just a small pop-up saying, hey, you could go and take out the guard and take his disguise, or you could go onto the other side and sneak through a window or something like that. But not super long texts like some games do, because those are super duper annoying. But on that, in its replayability and the mission stories as well, I usually when I get a new Hitman, well, I mean, obviously there won't be new ones for a long time probably. I usually do the mission stories first in a mission, complete all of them, and then I do my thing. When I learn the map, I am happy that I got the silent assassin. I can do my thing then. I got my points, I unlocked some mastery levels. Now I go on to the challenges, right? That's how I usually play. That's how I usually play new maps. Obviously they're not new anymore, but so Paris, an absolute masterpiece of a map. Honestly, I'm not sure where to put it. Is it it's either S or A, but I'll leave it A for now. Sapienza, it's an interesting map. It's beautiful. It is really beautiful. Mission stories are fine, I guess, nothing special. But the mission itself, destroying the virus, can get kinda annoying after a certain amount of playthroughs, but if you know how to deal with it quickly and not even entering the lab, well, because there is a way of doing that, by the way. It's a quick mission, really. So, but it is very good. I'm going to put it in A. Paris is going to go in an S. I'm sorry, Paris is going in S easily. Sapienza, I think it's A. It's a beautiful map with so much to do, and not to mention the second mission, destroying the virus. It is fun on, I don't know, a fewer playthroughs, but later it does get boring. Bangkok, it's a funny name in my opinion. This one is going B probably. I kind of find it boring, honestly. It's a beautiful map yet again. All these maps are beautiful in their own way, and they're all good in their own way. But in my opinion, Bangkok is a B tier. It's a boring location. it's just a hotel. Everybody has seen a hotel in their life, and I don't really find it kind of interesting. Well, it is an expensive hotel, right? It's beautiful. It has golden elephants or whatever, but I don't know. Location itself, it's kind of meh. Uh, the targets are not really interesting as well. If I'm going to be honest, the mission stories are also kind of boring in my opinion. Except the one where Hitman talks to his target while he's sitting in a chair. I forgot what's the mission story called in that, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Marrakesh. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but I think it's Marrakesh, right? That one is going in A. Simply because there is so much to do in that one. It's huge. It's pretty huge. Not as big as some other maps, but it's pretty big. You have a lot to do. Mission stories are nothing really special again. The targets are more interesting, if I'm going to be honest. Especially the one, not the general, but the other guy that is hiding in the fucking whatever that is. I forgot. But other than that, the city is it's beautiful. It's full of life. It's interesting to see people, buying stuff. Fucking the protests that are happening. Sadly, the protest is a missed opportunity. That could have been amazing if there was a mission story where you could start the riot and get them to attack the place or something similar to that. That would have been amazingly amazing. But as it stands, I guess it's an A. I won't put these maps, by the way, in order. They're just A. I don't care what order they are in here. They're just A. This is A, and that's it. Colorado. A lot of people hate this map. I don't know why. The setting isn't really interesting that much, but there is again a lot of stuff to do, and places to visit, from the target practice, the fucking heist practice that they have, the houses, the basement, the hackers place, the fucking point where you can snipe people from, the water tower, whatever it is. There is so much to do in this map. I don't know why do people hate it that much. Is it because there's 4 targets? I mean, they're not really interesting that much, kind of. The mission stories are fine. The one where you annoy one of the targets is very funny, and I love that one. But under that, I think it's like a B map. I don't know, it's okay, it's good. I don't hate it, it's okay. I have fun in it. I really do have fun in it. Hokkaido. It's honestly, I'm not sure. I guess I'll put it in B for now. I'm honestly not sure. Mission stories are interesting, especially the ones that they're centered around the second target, the guy, whatever his name is, the old man on the operating table. That's kind of interesting, One of the targets doesn't even move in that map. He's just like sitting there waiting for you to kill him. It's kind of interesting, like a switch up from the other maps. But other than that, it's a fine map. It's a good map. There's a lot of stuff to do in it. Again, it's a hotel kind of. Or this is a motel. It's a hotel. I'm not sure what to call it, but you could say that you could say that Hokkaido is basically Bangkok but smaller. But yes, this is a hotel as well. But this is a much more interesting place in my opinion, because of the futuristic doors and just general futuristic vibe that it has. It's much more interesting to look at than Bangkok. Hawke's Bay. It's a huge missed opportunity in my opinion. This is from Hitman 2. This is where Hitman 2 starts, and this is more of a tutorial level that I wished Paris was. So this doesn't exist. This is an okay tutorial level. It drops you in a map. It's not saying, hey, this is a tutorial and you have to do things that we tell you to do. No, I think you have options when you start the map. I think there are options. You can choose how to enter it. I'm not sure though, because honestly, I played this map just a couple of times to get the mastery to the max, and that's really it. If I'm gonna be honest, it's a beautiful map to start with. It's a quiet, weird switch up from the other maps, where most of the maps are crowded, full of life. This one is very, very quiet and just kind of, I don't know, cozy, I guess. The target is it's okay. It's nothing special. Other than that, go hell. Miami, a fucking S tier. Beautiful, fucking beautiful map, full of things to do. This map has fucked me so much in Hitman 2. There is so many things to do in it, from destroying the car that the target is driving, from pushing the other target on the car while it's being driven and it explodes and both targets die, and you can snipe the car and you can mess with it in the fucking garage. The other target can be shot by a robot. You can make a shark fall on him or whatever. There's so many things to do in that map. And yet again, I have to mention, it's beautiful. It's a fucking beautiful map. A great map. One of my personal favorite maps in the entire game. Santa Fortuna. I'm not sure how to say this. I put it in A, probably. A because it's a pretty good. It has pretty good variety when it comes to locations. You have the fucking fields of the drugs. You have the beautiful mansion or whatever it is, the huge house, and the small little village where the third target is, and the band. Opportunities are fine, interesting, especially the tattoo artist one. I mean, honestly, it's a pretty good. It has pretty good variety of stuff in it, so that's why I find it an A tier map. Mumbai. Mumbai, a lot of people hate Mumbai from what I've heard because it's a huge map. It really is. It really is huge. But honestly, I kind of find it interesting because of that. None of the other maps are as huge as this one, if I'm sure. Not even Miami. I don't think nothing comes close to Mumbai. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on this. I'm not sure though. But the targets are interesting. Especially the maelstrom, right? Because that target changes its look every time you replay the map. Now, of course, there are ways for you to get him without even knowing who he is, because he spawns on some special places, I think, or a special place, and if you know where it is, he's fucked. But it's an interesting idea. I think it's done well. It's full of life yet again, just like Marrakesh, and it's interesting to see it. It's a beautiful place to look at. Middleton Creek, I find it at B tier. I think it's a pretty B tier map. It's a nice switch up from the fucking huge place that Mumbai is. Middleton Creek is just, well, it's less. It's a smaller map, less people, but it has interesting stories tied to it. The fucking grandma that kills people, right, or whatever, the little party that's happening. The mission stories are fine, especially the house tour. That's a very funny mission story if you play it right, in my opinion on it. If you show the fucking target all rooms and listen to Hitman to Agent 47 just explaining what the fucking rooms are for, it's funny. It's an interesting little map. And so we looked on Creek. That's it. It's just a small, cute map with an annoying side quest that you have to do. It's not side quest, but not a target. You have to find like evidence, because of some reason the story is not really important, but because of some reason you have to find some evidence, and there is 3 evidence that you have to find. Now, of course, if you know where they are, it's not that much of a big deal, but it can get a bit tedious to do in later playthroughs, especially if you're me and you don't know where all evidence is. I know where most of it is, but it's just annoying. It's just annoying this could have been easily made skippable somehow, just like in this map that I'm going to get to later. But there's also a mission that you have to do there, and it's skippable in later playthroughs. It's just mandatory to do in the first one, in the first playthrough. So yeah, Isle of Segale. Now that map is, yeah, again, pretty big. It's very crowded. It's very crowded. But as it stands for me, it's an A tier. There is, again, so much to do in this map. From mission opportunities to general stuff that you can do. There is just so much fun to be had in this map. It's beautiful to explore. From the destroyed castle to the, like, the society, the dark society, whatever it is, that's doing stuff over there. There's so much to check. New York, it's a B tier. A missed opportunity of a map. Especially the mission story where you enter the vault. It could have been easily more interesting. It's a heist, for fuck's sake. Why can't I maybe, I don't know, find a fucking heist member or something like that, get his phone and call his buddies to do the heist for me? Or if I start shooting up the place, it could have been easily made that the police respond and come with cars or a helicopter or something interesting to happen. But as it stands, it's an okay map. It's DLC, and I got it for very cheap, so it was on sale. So it's okay. But honestly, I don't know if it's worth 40 euros or how much is it? 30 something euros? Base price? I'm not sure. Now, Heaven Island? I love it. Honestly, now you might hate me, but this is S tier for me. From mission opportunities to targets to the map. There is so much to do in it. It's not a big map, but it's amazing. There is a whole underground section that you don't even have to enter if you don't want. But it's there. It's fucking amazing. It's so good. Such an interesting map, in my opinion. It's very interesting. I think this is worth it. This is worth it. Oh, just this map. I don't care about this one. This one, it's worth it. It's worth it to play through. Now Dubai. This is the third Hitman. Dubai. It's beautiful. Yes, very beautiful. But as it stands, it's a B for me. While a good map and a beautiful one, the targets are, I don't know, not really interesting. As for mission stories as well, nothing special. I mean, having to kill someone else for your target is an interesting idea. I mean, you don't have to do this, obviously. You can just choke them out and pretend that they're dead and take a picture of their fake dead body. But there is stuff to do in it, obviously. But as it's I don't know, it's just, there is something I can't really pinpoint it, but I don't know, I don't like it for some reason. I just don't. But it's a good starting map. Finally, a map. Finally a Hitman game that doesn't have a tutorial level. Holy shit. I mean, honestly, this is the third entry in the franchise. Not a lot has changed. The button prompts and everything is the same. There is nothing that they can do to teach you that is new, other than the camera that they added, which is kind of useless, in my opinion. It's another very good addition to the game, but yeah, it's funny to see Hitman, just Agent 47, just walking around with a camera, especially when you look at the mirror. But it's okay. Dartmoor. Now, a lot of people love this one because of the mission story where you are the detective. But for me, it's an A tier probably. It's an A tier because it's an interesting map yet again. It's a nice switch from the other places. It's not really that crowded. The entire story of the map itself is interesting. So the fake funeral and the detective mission story are fun, but other than that, it's an okay map. It's cute. The mansion itself is amazing. There is so much to find in it. it's a fun map. It's just a fun map. Berlin. A lot of people yet again don't like this one. I'm not sure why, honestly. I find it interesting. I find really interesting that you don't see your targets on your first playthrough. And by the way, you can still not see your targets on other playthroughs if you choose the starting location to be the first one, the gas station or whatever it is. If you choose that starting location, you won't see your targets. But the map itself, it's amazing, it's beautiful. Not huge, but there is a lot of stuff to do and see. Especially when you have 10 targets, 10 possible targets. You can just feel like fucking John Wick or whatever, going through all of them, especially if you kill all of them. But it's only mandatory to do 5 of them. But if you can obviously kill all of them, and it feels amazing when you do it. There's so many ways to get rid of them. It's very fun. It's very fun. It's an S tier. It's an S tier for me, ladies and gentlemen. Yup, Berlin, you did it. You're an S tier, in my opinion. Fuck, I won't. Should I even try to pronounce this? Shonging. Shonging. This map. It's beautiful. It's no wonder that they only showcased this map when Hitman was about to come out. It's just so beautiful. An amazing looking map. The targets are very interesting in my opinion. Mission stories are fine. Nothing special, but the map itself, it's very good. Yeah, again, a lot of stuff to do. It's just going to be an A tier. It's just a good map. A good map. Mendoza. The final mission, in my opinion, in Hitman 3. Not this one. We'll talk about it later. Mendoza is yet again a good map. It's not interesting per se. There is nothing of huge interest to see in it. So, I mean, the sniper's nest is interesting. It's kind of a fun mission story that you can do. But really, other than that, it's not much. Having Diana in a map is very fun though. That's very fun. She commentates a lot. I mean, she sees you and understands what you do and gives you ideas of how to kill the target that she's with. So it's a good map. I will put it in B just because of the setting. I don't find it much interesting. I'm sorry, but it's a good send-off in my opinion. It's a good send-off, and especially killing Diana sometimes it's very funny. You're not supposed to do that, by the way. You fail the mission automatically if you do that, but it's funny. It's funny to do so. Romania. I'll put it in C. It's not God help tier, in my eyes. Romania is an interesting beast. Now, what would you imagine the last mission to be of your great trilogy? What should it be? Should it be the biggest, most crowded map in space, underground only, in the ocean? What would you do? But what would you choose from that? Nothing, said IO Interactive. They chose Romania. In this map, you're on a moving train. Your target is on the other side of the train, and you have to get to them. It's a very linear map, and it's a moving train, by the way. It's a very linear map. There is not much to do, and you can kill anybody in it. Everybody can be killed in it, and you won't get. I don't think you will feel silent assassin if you do. I mean, of course, if you get spotted, you will, but I think you can kill everybody, and it will be fine. I'm not sure though. I didn't really play it much, only 2 or 3 times to get some challenges, and that's really it. So yeah, it's an interesting little map where you just kind of turn off your brain and go pew pew on some motherfuckers. Basically Hitman Absolution, right? Fuck that game. You know, by the way, you're listening a guy that actually likes Hitman Absolution, not because it's a good game, but because it's interesting. An interesting fuck up of a game. I don't know what they were thinking while creating it, but that's a game for another time, not now. But that's not all of the maps now is it? There is a new map. This one. Ambrose Island. Now, Ambrose Island, I love it. I think it's very good. It's basically better Santa Fortuna in my opinion. Fortuna, I don't know how to pronounce it. Better that. It's a better map than this. And I will easily put it in A tier. Maybe even S. I'm yet to think about it, but there is so much to do in it. The slapping competition is such a dumb yet fitting thing in that map. I mean, I can see people actually doing that in that village or whatever it is. The location is interesting. The jungles, the prison, the broken down prison, the little village, the military outposts, the pirate outposts. I think it's very interesting. The hippies, the ways of killing your targets, I find them very, very fun. So I would probably put it in A tier, maybe S, but I am yet to think about that. So this is my tier list. So yeah, you just listened to a casual player of Hitman why they like some maps and some not. Now again, I have to remind you that I like all of these maps. I don't find any of them just super bad, just less good. Other than this one, maybe, I don't know. It's there. I don't really find it not interesting nor good. It's just there. But yeah, if you agree with me, great. If you don't, that's also great. That's your opinion. I would like to hear your opinions on my decisions. I would like to hear from you. What do you find the best map in the whole trilogy? Which map is your favorite, or what would you put in S? What would you put in A? Why would you put Dubai in S? Or why would you put fucking Romania in S? I don't know. Hell, I'd like to hear it. Hell, I really would like to hear from you. So yeah. Alright, that's it from me. I'll see you next time in the next video. Thank you for watching. And goodbye.